Hello people, welcome back for more TRS-80 excitement. Um, this channel specializes in the Color Computer 1 and or Color Computer 2. So let's get going here. Previously I had presented a menu where we had arrows and it just didn't look very good. And then I started playing with text screen graphics, which it's been a long time since I did anything with text screen graphics, at least a year and a half. So I had to relearn everything. But I highly recommend learning your Color Computer 1 and 2 text screen mode graphics, because we can have print on the screen along with 9 colors. We have black, yellow, blue, red, white, cyan, magenta, green, and orange. And we can use all of them simultaneously. So to make a long story short, I had a pretty crappy looking spell menu, but you have to start somewhere. I said that when I was presenting that video. I had done that 6 months prior, and then I made the video to relearn what I had done because it helps. And then I voiced an opportunity for people to make suggestions on how to get the arrow, to just see the arrow, because data doesn't accept spaces. And I had one suggestion. You can put spaces in quotation marks, and that did get rid of the unwanted area. But it was still unsatisfactory. The problem with this computer is that they jumped through the engineering or the chip function a little too quickly. They could have had a killer computer, and they ended up with a computer that was just okay, if they had just taken a little more time. But I don't know what the deal is with that. So we have this, and the problem with this computer is there's no way to highlight text. Okay, so for example, if I break out of this program, and I'll get right back to that. So we have this text here. Not only can we not use our cursor to navigate through for editing, we also cannot change the color of the text, as in font or the background, and we cannot highlight our text. So that is a huge problem. Even a lot of computers, early retro computers, you can highlight text, at least in a black and white fashion of some sort. It's a major function of a computer to be able to highlight text. We don't have that on here. So I had to improvise. The only way we can highlight text is by pressing Shift 0, and we get this, okay, which is not black and white. It's actually a very dark shade of green and a monochrome reverse image of the screen. So this is the only way that we can highlight text, but it is not very versatile. It doesn't take commands in this mode. It comes up as an error because what this is for printing lowercase letters on the printer. So I incorporated that here. So when the wizard wants to cast a spell in CoCo Ultimate, you press C for cast when you're in battle mode. If it's the wizard's turn, and you'll come to this menu, and this is just the start of it. Okay, so I centered the spells. I have identified that this is the spell menu, and we've used this reverse masking, or whatever you want to call it, down here. Um, and I put these borders here and a white background. If you ask me, this looks pretty good. A heck of a lot better than it did. Now we're in, this is you know, getting to game level here. And, so I ran into an issue, and, so here it appears black, but here it appears a lighter shade. Like, I don't know why, I'm just noticing that now. And it's strange because, the other thing is, I wanted to put this band down here, but every time I tried to put it down here, even though I cleaned up the edge with a semicolon, it would still blip a text screen line down here, and this would get shifted up. So, but I did find that I could write text down here and clean up the edge with the semicolon, and we're fine. So I just utilized that space, and I put the identifier down here. I was going to put it on top, but we can't get a bar down there for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a way to do it to make like a complete box, but this bar will not go down here. If I try putting this bar down here, it'll blip the screen up. So don't ask me what's going on there. Maybe you guys know a lot more about this stuff than I do, but I don't have time to waste. So, and then what I did is to fill in this space right here, down here, I just placed, here it is on line 11. So I print at 490, which is where the word spell begins, and then at 495. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 490, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 495, I put CHR $128, which is just a black box, and then I cleaned it. You know, if you don't put this here, you'll have all kinds of problems. It'll put a bar there, it'll be all messed up. So that's what I mean by cleaning up the edge. Then I just continued the word menu, and we get this. Okay, but the problem is I can't do it up here because it would just take. There's a couple things I can't do. I just don't have time for. I don't know if there's a solution to this. All right, you guys that are listening here. All right, if we come down here, here's where our markers are, or our highlight. So as you can see, it's a data line, and move mountain, there's a space in there. I can't put quotation mark CHR $, because it just prints it out. I can't put CHR $, by itself. So I don't know how to get a block in there. I don't know if there's a way, but this computer is really finicky. If you want to set a block, you must type set whatever color 4 times. How convenient is this? Very inconvenient, right? So we have to set 4 4 blocks, cornerstone blocks, and it's not easy to do. You have to it's very repetitive. But okay, of course I did that, and now we got okay, and it erased it. Isn't that fun? So let's try this again. There's too much stuff on the screen. So again, the editing feature is terrible on here. For anybody that's thinking about using this computer, just beware of that. And again, if we're typing like this without a line number and we make a mistake, guess what? You have to start all over. So I'm just doing this again for the second time here. I don't want to forget anything here. So I'll be typing it over again. So there's our block. But apparently I made some kind of mistake here. Set, I forgot to put the word set here, but I'm not going to do it again. It's just a pain in the ass. So if I had put the word set here, we would see a red block or an orange block right here. So I'm just demonstrating that you have to set all 4 of these blocks. Okay? The easier way to do it is to use CHR $ and assign the block value, which for orange happens to be 255, and there's that block. So I don't waste my time with set. It's really a waste of time. In my case, I just use CHR $ commands, and I can list those in the description. They have code numbers, but I'll just list the blocks so you can do 9 color blocks. But anyways, to get back to this, that's how I created these bars on the top and the bottom, just with a for next loop, print at CHR $ whatever it was. And so now we come to the action here. So if I hit the space bar right now, and it was game, we're playing the game, we would have the move mountain spell would activate. So if I want to go down and use the kill spell, well, I would press shift and down, and or to evaporate, and we can go back and forth. And whichever one is highlighted, you press spacebar, and then you get the spell function. But this is as far as I've gotten. So I wanted to post this update. If anybody knows how to put a block in a data line, if it's even possible, let me know. Otherwise, it's not feasible for me to waste my time placing a block there. It just would take, if I had to do it mathematically, it would just take forever. It wouldn't be worth it. And the other thing is, I centered these spells, but I would like to have them, you know, on centered, which would mean this would be centered, kill would be centered underneath it, according to the length of the word. But again, that's mathematically a waste of my time. It would just take forever. I'm the only one working on this. So, I'm just going to do whatever's convenient, and I think this looks 110% better than trying to use an arrow. And so, what I'm going to do after this is take a break, and I'm going to finish Tales of Suburbia, which is almost done, but I do have to put a backyard. So I'm going to have to start, finish debugging the 4 tapes that I have right now, or the 4 stages. They're on tape. I have to finish debugging. I think it's just tape 4. Then I got to go back and do a few other things and create a backyard and tie the whole game together and make sure it works, and create a save tape. Ideally, I want to put this on a ROM chip and make cartridges. So, or for people that have original hardware, a color computer 1 or 2 with a cartridge slot, or a color computer 3, I guess it would take a cartridge from a 1 or 2. Curtis, let me know. But I don't know how much you can put on a ROM chip for a color computer 1 or 2. Guys, gotta let me know that. I assume it's an expansion of memory, not an expansion of memory, but it may be an expansion of space. Okay, so we could put more on the ROM chip. But I don't know how to expand the memory. I don't know if there's a way to expand the memory to take a bigger cartridge, because I'm not really sure. These games are pretty big compared to what they put on cartridges. From what I've seen, they were very simple games. I don't know. It would probably have to be put in machine language, and that would condense it down, but These are technical things I have to talk to an expert about, and then we could, we could distribute cartridges, or I could, with a nice book in there, instruction booklet. The only problem with that is if I did that, you'd either have a separate save disk, or we would just eliminate the save function, and you'd have to get through the whole game at one time. So I don't know. So let's hear some stuff. It's been a while. I know you guys did another show yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I'm gonna watch it in a few minutes after I get some more time here. Maybe later this evening I'll watch parts of it like I have been. But other than that, I'm gonna cut out of here. I need to save this work because I just worked on this before I started the video. I don't want to lose my data, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm just calling it Spell Menu version 2. It's very small. Um, I'll put the CHR $block codes in the description, but other than that, my videos are pretty self-explanatory. Most people have been watching for years, anywhere between 6 months and 2 to 3 years. I think this channel has been going since 2020, sometime in the middle of 2020, maybe 3.5 years ago. So I'll see you guys as soon as I got to start working on Tales of Suburbia. So when I have a I'll draw up the backyard screen and I'll post that next. So that might take a while. I might not be back with you for a couple of weeks. Um, I need to take a break. I'm up almost at 150 videos already, and so I need to take a little break, but I will be back. So stay tuned. Bye.